Hey everybody, welcome to the Illuminated Garden. My name's Courtney. I'm back. I'm back again. It has been 5 months since I have made a video. I know I've been called to this for well over a year now, and I have avoided it and self-sabotaged and just taken my sweet time. But in the meantime, I have been doing tons of shadow work, working on my self-esteem, and smashing these crazy limiting beliefs that we pick up in childhood that have completely stopped me in my tracks. And one of the things that's really held me back from doing this for so long is, you know how everybody has that customer service voice? You know exactly what I'm talking about. I used to have one for my family. I had one for work. I had one for pretty much everybody I knew in my life. And that's something I was definitely conditioned to do. And, growing up in our family, it was as long as everything looks fine on the outside, don't ever talk about, what's going on inside, feelings, emotions, stuff like that just aren't talked about. And I'm not really a cusper, definitely Gen X, born in 75. But I grew up in Southern California until I was 18 and then moved to Tennessee. So I definitely had a lot more similarities with millennials for the most part. But still solid, Gen Xer. But anyways, the biggest thing that was holding me back from all this is I was trying to find that customer service voice. I was constantly trying to make sure I was doing it right. I was doing the right thing. And that comes from such a long line of people pleasing and trying to not make a mistake because, God forbid you do something that just people don't like. And so I've been working through a whole lot of that stuff, and honestly, I don't care who likes me anymore. And it is such a good feeling. It's an amazing feeling. I've really been working on my authenticity, and I want to be the same person no matter where you see me, where you meet me, where you know me from. And I started realizing really my adult kids are the only ones that really know who I am. And that makes me so sad. Maybe that's why I've struggled with a lot of friendships and stuff over the years. Is I always, hid myself, always feeling like you had to be playing a certain part. I know most of you out there can relate to this. So finally, after planning, doing this channel, doing videos and stuff like that for so long, I finally figured it out. I'm just going to be me. So I want to be with all of you guys the same way I am with my kids, I've always been the comedic relief. I know I have a good sense of humor. Sophie! No, ma'am. I'm sorry. My puppy is eating my quilt. Come here. No, ma'am. Sorry about that. I'm just going to be me. Anyways, I know I'm a cool, fun person. I think I'm a cool, fun person. If you don't think I'm a cool, fun person, awesome. Go find some other cool, fun people. I really want to create a community here where people can be themselves. That's my clock and I love it. It chimes every hour, so I apologize. But I want to create a community here of people that will hold space for each other. And if you're on this healing journey, it is not easy, and you feel alone a lot of the time. And I have, a few friends that I would call close, and I'm finally learning what intimacy and friendship is like. And I'll tell you what, it's really hard. It's really hard to relearn how to connect with people on a deeper level. You know, I don't want superficial friendships anymore because they just seem fake. And, you know, you look around the world and everything is so fake. We've got all the AI stuff, we've got fake news, all this other stuff. Everything's ridiculous. And, you know, most of us were raised that you had to be a certain way. You had to act like this. You had to put on a front. You had to, you know, be the perfect golden child, whatever. I guess I may fit into that category, though I've always been more of a black sheep. But hey, I've always been the weird one, and I'm just fine with that. I heard a reader on YouTube the other day saying that oh gosh, how do you pronounce it? The etymological definition of weird is someone who's in charge of their own destiny. And I love that. I think that is the best thing ever. So yeah, be weird. Go out there and do it. I love to sing. I love to dance and all that stuff. You're probably not going to see a lot of that on this channel, but know that I'm doing that when I'm not recording. But I'm back. I know this is part of my purpose to share all this stuff with you guys. I am such a different person than I was a year ago. I think my first video I did, which I think I've got a whopping total of 7. I've got 15 subscribers. Woo! Thank you. Hopefully that'll grow in the future, but if not, this is my way of getting it out there. Whoever needs to see it's gonna find it. And I'm one of those empaths that people come to constantly asking for advice, you know, asking me just to listen to them and help them through issues and stuff like that. And going back and looking at it, I have been that for so many people for my entire life. And so I know there's people out there that can benefit by what I've learned, especially this past year. This past year, I have gotten into tons of shadow work and smashing limiting beliefs and completely rebranding myself and doing what I want to do and really finding out who I am really underneath, not who everybody else wants me to be. You know, I've been an artist. I've been a teacher for the substitute teacher for the past year, trying to see if that's where I'm supposed to go, because that was the safe option when I was younger, was going into teaching. And I love working with the kids. I have 5 of my own and an adorable granddaughter. I love kids. But I don't feel like teaching in a school system is really where I want to be. I have way too many opinions when it comes to public education and the lack and not paying them enough, not paying substitutes enough. I mean, it's really sad out there. I mean, these are the people that are helping shape the next generation, which they're a whole new breed of kids. Like, their DNA is literally different and they're going to change the world, and that's awesome. And you really need to respect the people that are helping them get there, because we are living in a wild time right now. And we just need to be there for each other, you know, and help each other through and teach people and share with people what we've learned on this journey. And I have learned so much over the past year, and I know I'm going to keep learning more, because when I start talking about stuff like this, I learn more. So hopefully this will be an amazing, you know, reciprocal, symbiotic community here where we can all learn a little bit from each other and, you know, share our stories, put yourself out there. And, you know, from here on out, all my friendships and relationships, you know, I'm striving for authenticity and intimacy. I've heard intimacy, you know, being said as into me you see. And I love that. And that is, I think that's so cool. Because, yeah, I love deep relationships. I love seeing inside of people. I want to know what makes people tick, you know? what caused the issues, what, how you've handled it, how, how you've come out of it, and how you've changed as a person because of it. And that's one of the reasons I love shadow work and stuff like that so much. And that really helps you find out who you are deep down and bring it to light, And I love figuring stuff out. I have a very scientific mind, and it's cool. I think it's awesome. So I'm so happy to be back. I'm going to be doing some videos throughout the week. I'm going to be doing some shorts here and there. So hopefully if this came across your feed, you're interested in this kind of stuff. I'm going to be talking about lots and lots of different subjects and stuff like that. Moving forward, I really thought about doing a whole new channel and just, scrubbing the other videos I had on here. But honestly, I'd really like to leave them up because that was someone who was really trying to get people's approval. And I really don't do that anymore, which is really a good feeling. A real huge sense of freedom for me. I don't know how to edit. I don't know how to do all that stuff on the videos. So you're going to see just raw me. For a long time I have been journaling, which was another way of procrastinating starting this channel. And yesterday my dear puppy Sophie completely destroyed the journal that I had been taking notes in for the last few weeks as a way to give me ideas to talk about and stuff like that. And to me, that's just God in the universe telling me that I don't need to be writing this stuff down. I don't need to be going off a script. I just need to be here in the moment and tell you what's coming through. I've realized lately that I do slip into channeling once in a while, so I'm learning more about that and how to not necessarily control it, but, listen to my guides a little better and really kind of know what's going on there. So I have no idea where this channel is going to go. I don't know if it's going to turn into tarot. I'm learning tarot. I can, pull several cards for myself and know the basic meaning. I just have a little bit of trouble converting that into telling other people what that means, My own situations are one thing, but when it comes to actually translating it to a whole story, I'm working on it. I like watching readings. I don't think that's my purpose here, though. So I do have a few decks of cards out here. Not tarot cards, but I do have my my gemstone deck, which I love because it's pretty funny. It's got some dry humor in it. I've shared it on a couple of the old videos if you want to go back and watch those. I like using the spirit animal oracle just because the pictures and everything on here are gorgeous. So that'll give us kind of a little way to go and a little bit more, direction. And then I have my angel number cards and then some affirmation cards, which I love these. I think my daughter got these at Five Below for below $5, like $3. But these are really cool. So I thought we'd throw some of those in. So each of my little videos, I think I'm just going to kind of go in, maybe talk about a subject or two that's been on my mind, what I've been going through. One thing I have learned about energy and the way things work is that we are pretty much all going through the same things at the exact same time, just in different situations. I've really seen that with friends. I've seen that in my life. And once one person will message me or talk to me about something they're going through, it's like a domino effect. I'll get 3, 4, 5 messages in a row of somebody dealing with the same type of energy. And usually it's some kind of dominating, controlling type energy messing with them. And, we constantly have this stuff going on. Some days everything is wonderful. And what I have noticed is that the higher your vibration, the less these things bother you. And that comes from a lot of healing and stuff like that, and just not really, you know, not participating in all the catastrophizing and stuff anymore. I used to catastrophize everything, which was definitely a family cycle. And it's just, I don't want to live in that anymore. You know, I have come so far. I'm not the same person I used to be. And if any of you are on the healing journey, please stop and be so proud of yourself for putting in the work, because shadow work is not easy. It's rough. It's messy. There's lots of tears. You know, it can be ugly at times. And if you can just, you know, if you have a belief in a higher power, regardless of what that is, it could be God, universe, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's all the creator. So that really helps a lot, especially when you can just reach out and talk to them anytime you want. You know, your ancestors, your guides, your angels, they're all there to help you. And if you are on this healing journey, I am sure you see lots of signs, synchronicities, and things like that. Also, you know, messages. So if you stumbled onto this video, hi, nice to meet you. My name is Courtney. This is the Illuminated Garden. And we're just going to illuminate a whole bunch of stuff, and we're going to have a good time doing it. Please keep everything nice in the comments, because we're all going through stuff that, you know, other people don't know about, and other people are going through the same thing. So let's all come together as a community, and I look forward to, you know, hearing any of your stories and stuff like that in the comments. If anything resonates with you, pop on, say hi, put a heart, you know, like, subscribe, all that good stuff that you're supposed to do on YouTube. But really, if you're interested in just getting to know yourself and changing your life and manifestation and any insane topic that people have called you crazy for being interested in, that's the stuff we're going to talk about. So thank you for joining me. I'm glad you found me. And I'm going to pull a couple of cards for you real quick, just to kind of help give us a little bit of guidance for today. And that is way too many. I'm going to need my glasses on here, because I have reached level nifty 50. And I cannot see as well as I used to. So let me shuffle a couple of these. I hope all of you are doing amazing today. This should be coming out on August 1st, so we're going to mark that as the super awesome day that I came back to YouTube and finally started listening to my guides and doing what I'm here to do, which is sharing what I know, what I've learned. That was a weird one. Okay, we've got two. Ooh, first one is Sapphire. All right. What it is, often blue, but sometimes pink or yellow. Sapphire, like ruby, is a variety of the mineral corundum. With its peacemaking force field of a sparkle energy, Sapphire protects the vulnerable and squishy stuff inside from judgmental people and their unsolicited BS. Weren't we just talking about that? Who needs it? Students of ancient wisdom, which would be all of us. Where to put it? On your right middle finger, the finger of Saturn, Sapphire's associated planet. When to use it? When resentments are doing more damage to you than those you're holding them against. I'm going to need to reread that. When to use it? When resentments are doing more damage to you than those you're holding them against. Enlist Sapphire to call forth that old soul that resides within, i.e. the wisest part of who you couldn't possibly care less about what anybody else thinks of you. Find your tranquil peace. Perfect. Now, we did get a second one, which is chrysocolla. I love chrysocolla. I just think it looks like a little earth. I've worked with them before and they're great. Okay, what it is, chrysocolla forms near copper ore deposits. Hence its wavy blue-green swirls left behind by the oxidized metal. Excuse me. Like other materials associated with copper, think telephone wires. Chrysocolla opens up channels of clear communication. Excuse my cat. Who needs it? Anyone entangled in this 24/7 fear cycle propagated by the politico-media complex. Those who can never find the right words. Where to put it? Hold it to your high heart and breathe. When to use it? When you feel small and vulnerable and are looking for someone to parent you. But then you remember that you're a grown-up. But it's cool because you totally got this. Be your own mama. Again, perfect for this. So those are a couple of stones that'll actually help you right now. So chrysocolla and sapphire. And I'm going to pull you an animal oracle real quick. And I might be doing some more videos in the near future. I may break it down into zodiacs. I'm not really sure yet. Again, I have no idea where I'm going with this channel. I'm just going to see where God takes me. And so far, this is where it's taken me. Though, the more I get outside my comfort zone, I know the more we're going to be doing. And also, since we do pull the gemstone decks and gemstone cards to kind of help you with stuff like that, I do have a link to my Shopify store. I make jewelry such as Tree of Life, earrings, sun catchers, and a bunch of fun stuff like that. And so you can find that in my Shopify store. The link is in the comments. And let's see if we can get an oracle message, please, from the Animal Spirit deck. There we go. Love it when they flip out like that. The humpback whale, singer. Look at that. Gorgeous. All right. Sing healing songs for the world. Your inner navigation always guides you. Nothing can stop you or keep you from your goal. Align with your purpose and the power in your soul. I love that. Which is exactly what I'm doing here today. And I definitely wouldn't be here doing any of this stuff without the love and support of God and my spirit team, because this has been one wild ride, y'all. All right, now we're gonna pull an angel number card, which angel numbers are one of my favorite things to learn about, and I see them all the time. All right, 1515, creativity. Big word for me here recently. Okay, keep accessing the creative connection that you feel to the divine. The whispers speak through your creative connection, allowing you to express the beauty that is within you and connect you to the love that is around you. An affirmation you can use for 1515 is, creativity is my birthright. As I express my creativity, I feel a beautiful flow of love and connection. 100%. That's why we're here. All right, can I please get one affirmation card to send everyone on their day with? Perfect. Today I am an adventurous. Today I will get out of my comfort zone and try something I've never tried before. Don't you love Spirit? Spirit is amazing. Every single one, just exactly what I was talking about. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you resonated with any of that, if any of that maybe helped you in a way, if you're going through anything right now, I know we're all going through a crazy time right now. We're in retrograde. We're splitting into high and low vibrations out there. So if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. And right now we're, a lot of the relationships and things that don't serve us are falling away. Some we're fighting to hold on to. And all I can say is go with the flow. Ask your spirit guides for help. Ask God for help. And you will definitely get the help you need. And keep your eyes open for your signs, for your angel numbers. And, your higher self is always there to help you. Sit down, ground, start talking. And then listen, and they will always talk back. I hope you have an amazing day. Happy August 1st, or whenever you're watching this, it's timeless. So whenever you come across this, hopefully it'll help you in some way. It's wonderful getting to meet you, and I will see you soon. Bye.